For everybody who remembers 80s fashions as big, bold, bright, and fun, there are people like me wondering why I didn't just say no to this. Ooh. Shoulder pads!
Sherry, I love it.
But no, but you know what? You can update the stuff you actually loved about 80s fashions to fit today's style. And here to show us how is style expert Amy Goodman. Hey, Amy.
Hey, hi. Thank you for having me.
We all lived through the 80s. We remember that. I remember, you remember like neon and all the...
twisted headbands and jelly bracelets.
Bracelets all the way up your arm. And you know, those were great for then. And now fashion designers want to show you great pops of 80s fashion and how to really incorporate it in a modern aesthetic. We don't have to come out looking like linebackers, you know, with the shoulder pads anymore or the big hair. We can modify it for a modern aesthetic.
No more Aquanet.
Okay. Well, let's see what we got.
First up, we have neons, which was really the color palette of that season, whether it was Cyndi Lauper's hair or also incorporated in fashion. Those really, really bright neon colors are back. Now, I don't recommend doing the head-to-toe pink pantsuit anymore, but we do have Simone showing us how to do it right. This is a cute little baby doll dress, which is from Old Navy, and you notice we're pairing the really bright neons with more neutral color tones to serve as a balance. Also, she is wearing the ultimate in 80s accessories, the Timex digital watch, because digital watches were the bomb back then because they were high tech. Now they're just high retro chic fashion.
I also like a calculator watch.
Well, yeah, into those now. Yeah, take us back to the future right there with that. And then we also have these really chic, cute ankle boots. Every designer wants you to know there's so many different styles. Peep toe, open toe, zip it up, lace it up. They are so sexy and fun with something short like this, but also with jeans for a casual look.
Should they be avoided if you have the dreaded cankle?
Well, you know what? There are different ones that are a little bit higher that will cover your ankle, and maybe you should go with that if you have the cankle situation going on.
Okay, thank you, girl. You look so cute. Now, what about, I remember everybody had the leggings.
You know, Sarah Jessica Parker looking so smart, cute, and petite. Or if it was like the influences of dancewear, like flash dance, all of that idea of wearing dancewear to make it street chic. That was what we really saw. And now we brought out Carolyn. And Carolyn is wearing a nice little 3/4 legging with a little bit of sheen. We've added to that Simply Vera tunic, a nice little sweater for warmth and layering for the fall, and some really fun accessories that are a little bit funky. I think that, you know, little beret reminds me of a little bit of Kim Chambers, you know.
And you want to like frame your face, right?
Right. Well,
I like it.
It's very Parisian.
This is the modern, actually updated Valley Girl now turned Gossip Girl.
Yes.
Are there mistakes people make, like in over-layering, or like when do you know when to stop?
Well,
like
layering when you get to be like the super, super chunky monkey, that's when I would stop. Going for nice thin fabrications layered one on top of the other is a great way to do it so you don't bulk up.
Okay. Now, another thing I remember was when people used to wear big flowers and geraniums.
Yes. Okay, it was about big floral prints, definitely, whether it was Brooke Shields in her nice floral jungle coming up, and also that kind of paired with the leather bomber jackets that were full of volume, take us back to Top Gun. Now, these two elements paired together actually work really, really well, like on Amanda. And the leather jackets now are very, very cropped and very fitted, as with this leather jacket from BB, paired with something that has a little more volume with tiers and florals, and really it's very feminine. So the masculine and the feminine paired together, juxtapositioned perfectly for 2008, because in the 80s, it was all about volume everywhere, from the hair on down.
Now, let me ask you, the bomber jacket I think is here to stay forever. So if you're going to spend on one of these two items, you'd probably go for the less expensive floral bold print and then spend a little bit more on the bomber, would you say?
Yeah, well, if you want to go for a great investment piece that has mileage, get the bomber jacket, go for it.
I love how it's feminine, but don't mess with me. You know, that kind of... Okay, well,
stuff we have wild prints. Actually, Elizabeth, you were wearing the houndstooth so beautifully, and that time of, it reminds me of like Miami Vice a little bit, actually, with the white color palette mixed up with a whole bunch of different washes of color on it. So that whole idea of the crazy, whether it was mixing and matching the wild prints, or actually, you know, kind of pairing it down with a very simple all-white color palette, doing the bright primary colors on it. Our model, Erin, here, is wearing a dress that is exactly that style from Macy's. We've added to that the layer of a long sweater, belted at the unpure waist to give her a little bit of definition. And again, you see it's a nice, simple silhouette that's very, very clean, reducing some of the volume.
So you could still play up all the colors and prints and wild tone, but then you're really still sticking with the silhouette that's flattering.
Yes, and choose one bright print. Don't go crazy with all the prints as perhaps Cyndi Lauper did back in the 80s. And last but not least, I wanted to save the best for last. Madonna. She was the fashion icon of that decade. She brought lace and lingerie to the forefront of fashion. And so, to honor that, we have Rashida, who is wearing a head-to-toe ensemble from H&M.
H&M Rock.
Yes, doesn't it? And these are actually separate pieces that we belted together with a nice skinny belt, complete with some nice black accessories to show you that whether it's 1980s or 2008, girls just want to have fun.
They do, they do. Thank you. This is nice. It's actually a more kind of moderate feel, too, and take on the 80s.
I think that instead of, you know, Madonna wearing it with the see-through bra, this is a great way of the Madonna of this decade would wear.
It's like G-rated. That's nice.
You can go to work in it. Well, you know what? Thank you so much. Now we see how we can take these pieces and kind of modernize them.
Put the whole ensemble together.
All right, well, you know what, for everybody in our audience, we want to get you back in the 80s fashion zone, so you are all going home with a watch from Timex.